everybody. Welcome to Epicure's Good Mexican Cooking Class. My name is Monica and I am going to take you on this journey tonight to make easy fajitas in about 20 minutes. I live in Seattle, Washington with my son Cooper, who is 4, and my dog Gabby. And I was really struggling to find a way to have healthy meals put on the table pretty quick. And Epicure has really helped me solve that issue in my house. So Epicure's products are really easy to use, and also just normal ingredients and food that you would typically have in your kitchen. You don't need to go to culinary school to read the recipes, and you don't need to shop at a specialty store in order to get the ingredients that you need for the meal. So I find that really helpful. All of Epicure's products are gluten-free and peanut-free and free of corn syrup and hydrogenated fats. They are sugar and sodium conscious, and they are free of artificial colors, sweeteners, and preservatives. They are also 85% non-GMO certified, and that percentage is growing as they come out with new products. So rest assured that these products are helpful for you and will really be a great addition to your kitchen. Epicure also has a never ever list that, as you can see, is quite long. These are ingredients that you will never ever find in any of their products. They have created some products because they were not able to find adequate products on the market so that they could adhere to this list. So I really admire their attention to detail there and high quality products that they put out for us. So tonight we are going to be making chicken fajitas, as I said, and no meal would be complete without dessert. So we are going to also make some chocolate pudding. So to get started over here, we have Epicure's chocolate pudding packet, and you just drop that into the bowl and add 2 cups of milk. Epicure has these serving dishes that are about 1 cup each. You can measure things out on them with the measurements on the side, on the front there, and then they also have silicone lids so that you can make a dip or a sauce, salad dressing, anything that you need to store, kids snacks, and have a lid on it. So these are really handy little cups, and I have really used them a lot. So you just mix any kind of milk in. I use just regular 2% milk. You could use soy milk, almond milk. For a really decadent dessert, you could add whipping cream, and you would end up with a chocolate mousse. So you're just gonna whisk this up for about 2 minutes. Get a good whisk in there. Wanna get it activated. Now, a typical Jell-O brand packet that you would buy in the store of chocolate pudding, or those little cups that you might serve in your kids' snacks, which I definitely did before I found Epicure, are gonna have about 6 teaspoons of sugar in it. With Epicure right here, there's only about 1 to 2 teaspoons of sugar per serving in this chocolate pudding. So you're really cutting back, and I can tell you that the flavor is still great, and my 4-year-old son still gobbles it up. So he's not missing that extra sugar, and neither am I. You can also use these cups if you divided out your pudding after you make it into half a cup, so that would be about half of one of these. Portion that out, and that's gonna be about 100 calories. So that is gonna be a really great weeknight snack for you if you have that chocolate craving. There are a few different recipes for some different kinds of pudding that you can make on the back of the packet, which is really helpful and gives you some variety. I think we're almost there. Okay, so I'm just gonna in the fridge, and in about 10 minutes, that should be ready to go. So next, moving on to the chicken fajitas. So everything I'm gonna do tonight, aside from the pudding, comes in the good Mexican cooking kit, meal kit. And every meal kit comes with about 4 to 5 different spices and then 5 different recipe cards to help you create some nutritious and quick meals. They usually incorporate the steamer. I was a skeptic about the steamer before I tried it. And this is a silicone steamer, and you can use it in the microwave or in the oven. It is safe in the oven up to 450 degrees, and this is a real time saver. So most of the recipes are going to encourage you to use a steamer. Research has shown that when you steam your food, it holds in the nutrients better, and it's a very healthy way of cooking because you're not adding any additional oil, butter, water, anything like that. So it just steams and cooks in its own juices and turns out perfect every time. So I'm gonna add about a pound of cut up chicken breast in there. And then I cut up half of bell pepper, both a red and an orange, and then a little bit of onion. Slide that all right in there. And then I'm gonna add the fajita seasoning. So our fajita seasoning has about 22 times less sodium than a lot of other brands on the market for fajita seasoning. So a much healthier version of this seasoning. And for about 1 pound of chicken, I'm gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of this seasoning. I am using our 4-in-1 spice spoon. And this was created by Epicure. It has 4 different measurements on it in 1 spoon. So no more losing all of those in your spice drawer. And they custom made the fit so that it fits nicely into every Epicure jar. So got our fajitas there. Just gonna give that a quick mix. Stir it all up, get that seasoning all incorporated. Then I'm gonna pop the lid on and put it in the microwave for 7 minutes. So while that is cooking, we are gonna go ahead and make some fresh salsa and guacamole to go on our fajitas. So I have some cherry tomatoes here that I'm just gonna cut up and put into my bowl. And I am using our ceramic knife. This knife is excellent and it will stay sharp for 2 years, and it just cuts right through these cherry tomatoes, no problem at all. It's a great knife to have on hand for all these little prep things that you need to do. The nice thing was that a lot of Epicure meals, you can do this prep while your food is taking care of itself in the microwave. So no more standing over the stove and having to babysit whatever you're cooking, because the microwave is helping us do that. Also, as temperatures increase, I know in the summertime, I am often not wanting to use my oven or my stovetop because it's so hot out and I don't have air conditioning in my house. So I'm just running my microwave for 7 minutes and I'm gonna have dinner done without adding that extra heat to my house. So here I have our Poco Picante seasoning blend. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of that seasoning to my fresh tomatoes that I just chopped, maybe a little more. And then I'm gonna spice it or change it up a little bit and add a little bit of black beans just to add some zhuzh to my salsa there. And I love cilantro, so I'm also gonna add a nice handful of cilantro into that. And then I'm gonna take half a lime here, use my 2-in-1 citrus press. This will press limes for you right here in the smaller one, and then lemons as well. You're not gonna get any seeds or pulp, just the juice. So you just stick it in there like that, press down, and look at all that fresh goodness going right into my salsa. And you can get creative with your salsa. So think about all the different kinds of salsas you could make with this. You could add corn to this specific one that I'm doing now. You could also do a fruit salsa. So if you're thinking about doing fish tacos or fajitas, anything, steak, anything like that, think of all the different ways that you could, and ingredients you could add to this salsa. Super tasty, super quick, and super fresh. You know what the ingredients are, and you can make just enough for whatever you're making that night. I know that I have looked in my fridge and found a jar of salsa that I have no idea how long it's been in there, and it's got that little crusty ring around it, and I'm not really wanting to eat that. So I really am excited about just being able to make some fresh, yummy salsa every time I need it with some simple ingredients that I have on hand. So our salsa is all done and ready to go. And now we're gonna move on to our guacamole. So we have an amazing guacamole spice blend here. And I am just gonna take one avocado, cut that up, mash it up into my bowl. I also really like cilantro in my avocado, so I added a little bit to that too. Then I'm just gonna add my seasoning blend and fresh lime juice, and fresh avocado, fresh guacamole is gonna be ready for me. Just scoop that out. Everybody has a different way of dealing with their avocado. This is how I do mine. Turns out really nice. I'm gonna take that other half of the lime that I had there, use my 2-in-1 citrus press, add some fresh lime juice, and then I'm gonna add this guacamole seasoning. I have also, I'm gonna do about a tablespoon as well of the guacamole seasoning. I have put this guacamole seasoning on eggs as well, and it turned out fantastic. So that's the thing too with all of the different spice blends that Epicure has. They're gonna give you a recipe to use, but know that you can change that up and use it in a lot of different ways. So it's not just to make guacamole. You can use it as a spice blend on anything, really. Smashing that up. That is looking so good. I like a chunky guacamole. I want to take bites of avocado in my guacamole. So I'm gonna leave it a little bit chunkier here. And just like that, my prep is done, and we still have about 30 seconds before the chicken fajitas come out. So I have a few minutes. I could even clean up and start on the dishes a little bit. So this is a really easy go-to meal for a weeknight. Even if you're having guests over, this is a great, they're not gonna believe how good this is gonna come out in just such a short amount of time. And it leaves you more time to visit with your guests instead of prepping the food. So, gonna grab that out. You do want to be careful. It might be a little hot to the touch. So I always like to use a little towel to pull my steamer out, just in case. Bring that over. Look at that steam. All that yumminess is going to be ready to go. Take that lid off. Oh yeah. If you could smell this, I'm telling you, it smells great. So here it is. Just giving it a little stir. You got perfectly cooked chicken, tender, not gonna be dry at all. Onions and peppers all cooked to perfection, ready to eat. Now there is a decent amount of juice in the bottom of this. A lot of people have just been throwing that out, you know, discarding it after you get your chicken fajitas out. I kind of had an idea that that juice is all flavor. So why throw that out? I know that I sometimes cook chicken stock on my own from leftover bones from a whole chicken. Well, this is no different. This is a bunch of yummy flavor right in there. So you could pour that juice out and save it to make your own stock later on. You could pour it into ice cube trays, and then you're gonna have little individual cubes of stock, which is also yummy to put into any recipe calling for water. You could put that in instead, and you're gonna be adding a little flavor boost to that. So really nothing goes to waste, and all of this was done in just 7 minutes in the microwave. So I'm gonna grab our pudding out of the fridge. And the pudding is set up already and ready for us. I really like to add our Cocoa Crunch food topper to the pudding. And that is such a great product because it gives you that chocolatey coconut flavor that you might be craving. But Epicure also has a whole line of superfood products that they have made. So they have added some nutrients in. This also has chai in it, and chai is a great source of fiber and omega-3s. So if you are looking for a little extra nutrition and flavor, you've got this right there. You could add this to pancakes. Think about chocolate chip pancakes you might make for your son or daughter. Put this in there instead, and they're getting those extra health benefits and a lot less sugar. So you could add it to yogurt, smoothies. Somebody suggested coffee, probably be a great addition to that as well, would melt right in there. So lots of uses of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate up. Got my tortilla. Gonna add a little bit of my chicken. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Gonna get some of my avocado or my guacamole here. Add that in. And then some of this amazing tomato bean salsa. And there you go. I don't even feel like I need to add cheese or sour cream to this, which usually I would add. But with this lovely spread, I don't think you need it at all. And I think you'll be just as happy. All right, everybody, that's it. We just made a complete meal in probably under 20 minutes here. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like what you've seen and think you are interested in doing what I do, please give me a shout out and let me know. We are definitely looking for Epicure consultants, and it's a really fun full-time business or side business if you're working already. And also, once you get to shopping and browsing through that catalog and making your wish list, if you're finding that your wish list is bigger than your budget, then you might want to consider hosting a party. And I can come into your home and do this demonstration for you and your friends and family. And you can get some amazing free products and half-price products. Just for doing that, I take care of everything. You just host it in your home. If you're around Seattle, I can do that. If you are out of town, then I also do Facebook parties just like this one. And you can expand the Epicure Good Food mission to you and all your friends. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.